Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Boxing. We back with another one. This one right here, we're gonna break down the fight week. You know what I'm saying? We got a big fight week of boxing. We're gonna cover all that. Let you guys know where you can find it. Before I can get into the show, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Tap into the website as well. I have the updated schedule for this week on my website, so if you want to go back and refer to that, feel free to tap in. I appreciate it. So we're going to get to it. Yes, sir. I like this fight week. Solid. To close out the month of November, pretty solid. So we're going down to Australia first. This is a double hitter. You got Nikita Tszyu. That's the younger brother of Tim Tszyu. And you know what I'm saying, he's coming back. He's been active. Southpaw, like to punch, like to sit there and bang. He's facing Dylan Biggs, who is 10-0, 7 knockouts. So he coming with his own firepower. This at 154 pounds. So we'll see. They've been building up Nikita, you know what I'm saying? Those guys down there with this promotion, No Limit, those guys, they want the smoke. Tim Tszyu, he wants the smoke. Sam Goodman is another one. Liam Wilson, that's another one. So he just following those footsteps. So it's a headliner for him. Co-main, you got Isaac Hartman versus Troy Coleman. Isaac Hartman is like a fringe contender type of guy in middleweight division. He got stopped by Michael Zarafa a couple of years ago, and that's his probably biggest performance. But he can punch a little bit. So we'll see. Trying to get some TV for that over here in the U.S., but it's definitely going to be in Australia on the Fox network. So hopefully we can get a link popping for that one. For sure. All right. Keep it moving. My man Nick Harmon, what's good, bro? Salute to you. That's the box of the day. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming by. Alright, we'll move on. So we got a women's title fight at 122 pounds. Lafayette versus Gallagher. Lafayette is a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? She can box real well. Not a lot of power, but she's very technically sound. She's the WBO champion at 122. And that's a division where you can get some good unification. We've seen Erica Cruz last weekend. She picked up the WBA title against Rivas. So that's a possible opponent. You got EMF Mercado. She got the WBC. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the IBF. I forgot who got the IBF in that division. But I know Lafayette is probably known as one of the best boxers in female boxing, but it's just a lot of people don't know of her. So I think this is a typical defense. I think she's going to win by unanimous decision, though. And I'm still waiting for a link for this one. It's supposed to be on pay-per-view over there in France, so I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to find a link for that one for sure. Queensberry has a show on Friday. Mark Chamberlain, big puncher. I like him at lightweight. He's coming back. I like him. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys into that, I haven't seen a link for this one too. But they normally some of the Queensberry shows, they normally show them on ESPN Plus. So I just gotta check it to make sure. Henry Turner is on the card. Liam Williams is on the card. Now he was supposed to fight December the 2nd versus Hamza Shiraz in a big time middleweight fight over there. But Hamza Shiraz had to pull out. I think he had I forgot what happened to him. But they're going to reschedule that fight. But it's cool. They let Liam Williams still fight. That's what's up. So, you always want to get the bag when somebody pull out, you know what I'm saying? So that's the least they can do. So that's what's up. So this is Queensberry Promotions right here. Moving on, we got a Bridgerweight interim title fight. You know what I'm saying? The weight limit is 224 pounds. Technically heavyweight, but the WBC is doing that Bridgerweight thing. The WBA is about to follow suit. They got a fight coming up next month with Tashenko. I forgot who he's fighting. I think his name is Harf. But yeah, they're supposed to be the first WBA Bridgerweight, so they're trying to expand this. But Kevin Lorraine versus Sanad Gashi. Sanad Gashi been around. He's been fighting some of these noted guys, you know what I'm saying, Shazor, stuff like that. But he can box. he's tricky. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be kind of hard to hit, but sometimes I don't think he always come to fight all the time. I see him like just give up, and then I see him have great performances. I know he's tough. You know what I'm saying? He can be durable. It depends on what his mind say that. So, you know, and Lorena is a southpaw, strong, stocky type of guy. He had a good performance over Mahari in his last fight. I mean, I thought that was going to be a closer fight. I thought it was going to be more even. But Lorena looked good in that fight. I know last year he almost upset Dubois, dropped him 3 times. Came up short. He let that one off the hook. He should have finished Dubois. Dubois was done. But he let him off the hook and he got stopped. So they fight for the WBC Bridgeweight interim title. The winner gets the winner between Luka Rozansky versus Badu Jack. That fight's supposed to be in February sometime. Maybe they hop on the Fury and Usyk undercard. That's going to be a fun fight, you know what I'm saying, because Rozansky coming to fight, you know what I'm saying. He got, 14 knockouts and 15 wins. And Badu Jack is a good fighter, too, once he get that engine going. So we'll see. I like Lorena in this fight. This fight down in South Africa, so I expect him to win this fight. Solid, though. Looking for a link for this one as well. All right, we're moving forward. We got the rematch between Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor. Cameron defeated Taylor earlier this year. We're going to touch on that. You know what I'm saying? They got the undercard. Zephyr Barrett is on this card. Thomas Carthy. So, you know, it's an Irish theme. This is where the fight is going to be held at. Gary Cully is trying to bounce back from a knockout loss. Paddy Donovan, the good amateur. So, that's how they're going to stack the card. 2 main fights I want to talk about. The main event, of course, but this one right here. Scott Nicholson versus Lucy Wildheart. I'm going to touch on this. So this one is important because it's for the WBC interim title. And probably going to be the full title after a while because Amanda Serrano, the undisputed champion, she looking to keep fighting 12 rounds for 3 minutes for the rest of her career. And she got some MMA shit going on, so she may be out for a while. The WBC don't recognize those 12 rounds for 3 minutes, so they might elevate. They probably order, like after the fight, if Nicholson win, they'll probably order that fight with her and Serrano, and probably ain't gonna go nowhere. Just to be honest, but I like Scott Nicholson. She's a good boxer. She's solid. You know what I'm saying? I seen her last fight. She was trying to sit down on her shots, but she's more so of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough for Wildheart to get inside, and kind of do some work. Wildheart last time I seen her, she lost to Michaela Mayer, so that's a common opponent. That was at 135. 126 is more so her natural weight. So we'll see if that plays a role in this fight. But I expect her to get outboxed, and then we'll see. I think eventually. I don't think Serrano gonna fight her. It's not no ducking shit. It's just she want to do 12-minute 3 rounds for the rest of her career. So I think Nicholson, after this fight, if she win and hold on to her interim title, she'll probably get elevated for sure. Tanya Brewer, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the consistent info you drop for the boxing fans. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. For sure. My man Bruce Gas, what's good with you? Salute. D-Lo in the building, what's good with you? My man JC, what's good, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming by. Always. Appreciate that super chat, too. Alright, moving on. So the main event. So the first fight, it was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It actually was back and forth, but Cameron kind of set the tone. And you could tell she was a bigger, stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? She was consistent with her jab. She was negating Katie Taylor's footwork in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Using her own. Having a good stiff jab. Was kind of bullying Katie in some aspects of the fight. Katie, she finished strong. So maybe that's something she can build off of coming to this fight. But I think it might be more of the same, man. Because Cameron is so technically sound. And she don't really make no mistakes like that. As far as she do get hit, but she's real technically sound. So Katie gonna have to adjust. Let's see what she gonna do. Is she gonna box more? Have Cameron coming to her and she moving, using the ring and counter punching, or is she going to sit down and bang with her? I don't know. It's tricky. But Cameron is the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. Katie moved up to 140 to try to take her belts. Was unsuccessful, but it was a good fight. So we're going to see. And, it's going to be a good one. It's back in Ireland, so Katie, I think she has the advantage on that aspect. But I don't know. Cameron, she traveled well last time. So, man, it's interesting, y'all. I like Chantel Cameron slightly, but I can see Katie winning for sure. I want to echo that. Much appreciated to all of you. I appreciate that, bro, for sure. Wish it was 3 minute run. Oh man, I think that would favor Cameron though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's cool. I think all women. Honestly, I don't really have a big, opinion on this, but I think the top level women's fighters like this should do 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 12 rounds would be good. I feel like they can handle that shit for sure. All right, we're moving on. So this card is November 25th. This is gonna be early afternoon, and then we got this right here at nighttime. So we got a big day of boxing, November 25th. You know what I'm saying? Something for everybody. So we got the Showtime pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view, Benavidez versus Andre. We're gonna talk about the card. We're gonna work our way up until we get to the main event portion. It's a good card, man, from top to bottom. I like it. You got some young guys on the undercard off TV. Kermel Mouton, everybody been talking about him, the Floyd Mayweather fighter. So he's on the card again. So he right back at it, fighting the 4th rounder. But he's off TV. You have a WBC title eliminator at 130 off TV. Pablo Vicente versus Muhammad Yakubov. That should be a pretty solid fight. The winner is the mandatory for O'Shaquie Foster. O'Shaquie Foster already beat Yakubov, so we'll see if Vicente can win that fight. And then when you move forward to Showtime is going to have 2 fights on their YouTube channel and their social media platforms. You got Vito Mielnicki. He got Alexis Salazar. That's going to be a solid fight for him. Salazar can fight. Last I heard of him, he was training with Freddie Roach. I know he was the first fight for Carlos Adames when he came to PBC. Carlos Adames stopped him on the undercard of Tank versus Barrios. So he been kind of like a trial horse, gatekeeper type of guy. Mielnicki, they trying to push him. You know what I'm saying? He got 1 loss, but he been looking solid after that. He's training with Ronnie Shields now, so that's like his 3rd trainer in his short career. So we'll see though. He's solid. And then you got Sergey Lipinets versus Michelle Rivera. Now this is an interesting fight right here. Kind of a crossroads fight because Sergey Lipinets, a former world champion at 140, solid, tough, rugged fighter. You know what I'm saying? He don't turn down no fights. He fought Boots, Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He tough. And Michelle Rivera is coming to this fight coming off a long layoff and a drug test violation. So you know what I'm saying? We're going to see how he look because I know when guys test positive, some of them, they don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? And he was on a nice little run before he ran into Frank Martin. So we're going to see. It's an interesting clash of styles because Lipinets trying to get to you. He has a low guard, but he's trying to fight. And Rivera can use the ring. He's a good boxer puncher, but is he really a boxer puncher? We don't know. When you test positive, there's a bunch of questions in the air. So we'll see. But that's an interesting fight. That's 140 pounds. That's a debut for Michelle Rivera. So that's solid right there. He said agree. He said Vito a hype job. Yeah, Vito all over the place. Vito get hella opportunities too. Lipinets can crack down for sure. That's gonna be a good fight. Solid test. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? And that will be on the Showtime YouTube portion right before the pay-per-view. So Vito versus Salazar, and then you got Lipinets versus Michelle Rivera. Now to the main card. I like this card right here. This is solid. I mean, you got 2 world title fights on the undercard. We're gonna touch on it. We got Henry Luis Garcia versus Lamont Roach. This is a WBA mandatory fight at 130. Henry Luis Garcia, we know the last time we seen him, he got stopped by Tank in January, and that was at 35. So he coming back to 30. It's questions for me because the way he got stopped, he said he couldn't see. That's some real ass shit to me. And I know this fight been postponed because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So we're gonna see how much he got, like where he at mentally and all that good shit. Lamont Roach is a solid boxer. Sometimes he be in between styles to me. I know what I'm saying. I know he can box and use the ring and be slick. But me personally watching him fight, I think he's better suited being aggressive, coming forward. And using his defense, and he can come forward and be aggressive. I think he's better like that. And I think in this fight, he may have to test this kid, Garcia, just to see where he at. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a tough loss mentally for him against Tank. So we're gonna see. I would want to pick Roach in this fight if he's going to be aggressive and assert himself in this fight and make Hector Luis Garcia fight. And, make him worry about some shit coming. Even though he's not a big puncher per se, but he is solid. Hector Luis Garcia is a good boxer puncher. Before the Tank fight, he was on a good streak. You know what I'm saying? He was doing well. He's slick too, but he got good power as well. So we'll see. Solid fight though. It's a solid fight. And this at 130 pounds, which been coming on strong as of late. We see him Shaky Foster. So we're gonna see all four champions with inside of a month in this division. Of Shaky Foster, we seen him October 28th, had that fight right there was crazy. The next week we seen Joe Cordina, who didn't look so good. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look so good. Actually, Shaky Foster was struggling in that fight too. You know what I'm saying? I know all the outside the ring shit was against him, but that fight was close to me on my card. So it wasn't like he had the best performance either. Cordina didn't have a good performance over Vasquez. That fight should have been a draw, or maybe Vasquez. Last weekend we seen Navarrete and Cancial. I mean, that was a draw, but that could have went either way because Cancial was doing real good in that fight. So will we have another kind of suspect or kind of lackluster performance from the champion in this one? Stay tuned. It may repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? Especially him, he coming off a knockout loss. Those other guys had bad performances because they either underestimated their opponents, their environment, or their opponents came to fight. So we're gonna see. That shit interesting to me though. I need your predictions. I got you. I got you. I like Roach, Matias, Charlo, and Benavidez. There you go. You can't never stay on my neck because you gotta stay. If you're gonna stay on my neck with this, you gotta stay on my neck with all the boxing knowledge. That shit crazy. That shit gonna be hard to do. Oh yeah, I got this. I got Roach. Alright, the next fight. This is a good one too. This one can be a fight of the year candidate as well, based on their styles. You got Subriel Matias versus Shogun Igadashev. This is an IBF mandatory fight. Igadashev is a southpaw, strong. He can box a little bit. He's trained with Sugar Hill. I don't know if that really gonna play a part, but he can box. He's tough. You know what I'm saying? Really haven't been as active, so that I don't know. Well, Matias haven't been that active as well, so I don't know if that's gonna play a role. But the whole key to this fight is how much Igadashev is willing to take. You know what I'm saying? And can he take it? If he can do that, he gonna have an opportunity to win the fight because there's a lot of flaws in Matias. Matias get hit a lot. He starts slow. He like to build into the fight, and once he get there, it's a problem for these guys because he's like, his engine is crazy, and he can take some punches. So we'll see. He's a big, solid puncher. All his wins are by knockout, 19 wins. And then Igadashev got 20 KOs himself. So we'll see. I appreciate you, bro. So I see it going the same way. If you guys seen Matias versus Jukimbayev a couple years ago, Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Jukimbayev is similar to Igadashev. May not be a bigger puncher, but he's a southpaw, aggressive type of guy. he was having success in that fight, but then Matisse broke him down and stopped him. I think it's gonna be something like that. We'll see. Let's say a guy should prove me wrong and a lot of people wrong. But I think it's gonna be a fun fight though, for real. Co-main event: Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez. So this is just a good hefty fight for Charlo. This is a catch weight of 163, so the title is not on the line. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna deal with that after that. But honestly, it's not really a bad fight to come back to after 2 years off the ring and all the shit, whatever. It's a tricky fight though, because Jose Benavidez, he's like Junior is like I gotta say it, and there's no disrespect, but for me, he's like a con artist. Like he ain't really. I don't know. He like tricking everybody with the tough guy demeanor. This is for me. The tough guy demeanor. He's not the same guy that he was coming up. You know what I'm saying? The knee injury and all that shit. He's a con artist. He know how to get his way through fights. You know what I'm saying? He's seasoned. So is he gonna come to win? Or is he gonna be posturing and whatever? You know, he can do some things in the ring. He made when y'all see them weigh in on Friday, don't be surprised if he looked like the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta throw that out. But Jose Benavidez, you know, he bring a tricky style. You know, that machismo shit, trying to get you to fight him and stand right there and fight. But he can switch to southpaw. You know what I'm saying? He got a good jab and stuff, but he kind of like, to me, I don't know what he brings to the table because he be posturing too much. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to say? Yeah, bum. Nah, I never call no fighter a bum. But I don't know. We'll see if he really coming to win. But Charlo, we don't know either. That's why this fight right here is so tricky. It's like I don't know if I want to put a bet on this fight because I would say Charlo will win a decision, but I don't know what he's bringing to the table. Honestly, if it's like he was before, then I think he wins. He should win the fight pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the weight. I just think he's just a better fighter. He get his jab going. I think that would be the key to the fight. He can just stick to the jab and wait for opportunities to counterpunch, because when Charlo was at his best, he was good at catching and shooting. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen him in a long time. He had a tough ass fight with my man. What's the dude's name? Matisse. Now maybe Benavidez can do some of that stuff. Matisse was touching up Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He was switching southpaw, doing a lot of tricky stuff as well. So we'll see. I think Charlo win a decision. We'll see. And they got the press conference today. It's going to be in L.A. instead of Vegas. And then they're going to move to Vegas tomorrow for the media workouts. And they got some other events. So that's what it is. The main event. Now, this is a good one right here. This is a real good one. Tricky fight to break down. But it's kind of simple, though, because one guy kind of started fast, the other one finished strong. You got David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. This is for the WBC interim title at 168. We know Andrade, this is his second fight at 68. 2-division world champion. Good boxer. Counter puncher. Good, you know what I'm saying? He got solid. He can punch too. I mean, he done dropped everybody. He done fought damn near his recent fights. He just dropped everybody, from my knowledge. So he got that power where he starts off fast because he throw those from different angles. He be doing a lot of ducking down and throwing looping shots. But he can sit and box in a southpaw stance and walk you into some shots. And the thing about Andre, he's aggressive. So he ain't your typical southpaw sitting back and counter punching like that. He actually come and get you. But he can do that stuff as well. That's what makes him a good fighter. So I think it's gonna be like that. He gonna start fast. He gonna be tricky. You know, stab, jab into the body, throwing looping left hands. Spinning Benavidez. When Benavidez going to high guard, he can spin him and get to the side of him. I can see that happening in this fight. My concern in this fight is, does Andre have the legs at 35 years old to keep this big super middleweight off of him? Because Benavidez, some stretch of the fight, he gonna turn it up. And you know when he started turning it up, when he started throwing lead right hands and he started smiling and waving you in, then you know he in his groove. He feel like you can't mess with him. And he do that every fight. He do that. Then he get busy. Well, he do it in every fight. Then so I think it's gonna be like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Benavidez is a counter puncher early. He got fast hands. He long and rangy. You know, I won't be surprised if he's coming forward looking to counterpunch Andre. Let him be the aggressor so he counterpunch. Now I think the Rose can be. I think the Rose going to switch a couple of times, but at the end of it, I think towards the back half of the fight, and this is a crazy thing that what I'm about to say because it's that's why it's so hard. I think in the back half of the fight, I think Benavidez is going to take over and then dominate and win the fight. Maybe by decision, maybe late stoppage. But then me saying that and knowing that Andre don't lose that many rounds. Like real talk, you can watch a lot of his fights. He don't lose a lot of rounds. Maybe the Jack Koke fight, but that's way back in the day. He was at 54. But like a lot of his fights, now you can credit that to competition, but I mean, look, Alcaval, he went and fought Billy Joe, gave Billy Joe life and death work. Andre fought him, dominated him. That was a trash stoppage. You know what I'm saying? If you compare other guys, when he fought him, he dominated. You know what I'm saying? So he don't lose that many rounds, and we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be a tale of two halves. I think Andre can get out to a good start. Can he maintain that? Because Caleb Plant got out to a good start. He couldn't maintain that shit, and I think the legs is gonna have him sitting there. Begging with this big ass dude, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's gonna be his detriment down the stretch. I like Benavidez in the fight. But I think Andre is gonna come to fight. He gonna give a good effort. He gonna definitely touch Benavidez, use his angles. I want to see Benavidez doing some slick stuff, upper body movement. I know the footwork ain't like that, but he can catch and shoot, counter punch. I like his lead right hand when he gets started. That's gonna work for a southpaw. Andre been hurt, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I don't know if this is the biggest puncher Andre done fought, but this is the biggest guy he done fought, and that's a guy that can take some shit too and keep coming. So we'll see. It's an interesting fight for sure. This ain't gonna be a good fight now for sure. I feel Andre might drop David and flash knockdown. Could happen. That's something he normally do. If we get him off balance. Yeah, he normally hurt guys early in fights. I think Andre hit harder than Plant. That's probably yeah. I would say so. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about 68. Maybe not. I know he got different angles though, so that's what's up. But this is a solid card, man. Andre needs to work Benavidez's body to win. That'd be solid. Definitely do that. I like the stab jab. You know what I'm saying? Throwing some in the combination finish with the hook to the body. Yeah, he can do some things. Andre is seasoned. He a vet. He can fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, this guy is an Olympian. This is his first opportunity. It's either one to do like how Bud did when he first got his opportunity. When he got his opportunity against Spence, go crazy. Now he is a bad finisher. He do not finish well. He don't know how. He know how to finish, but he get wild with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It don't look good. So that's what it is, man. It's a good week of boxing, man. I'm gonna recap and I'm gonna close it out. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Appreciate you guys. We're going to start with tomorrow down in Australia, Nikita Tszyu versus Dylan Biggs. I'm trying to see if somebody will get a knockout in this. That's a good little parlay bet right there. We'll see what's up with that. Isaac Hartman is on the card. We have a women's title fight Friday, November the 24th. Lafayette versus Gallagher. This is 122 pounds. I think Lafayette is one of the best women's boxers right now. Like, technically sound. She can fight. And she got some good unifications in that division if she wins. Queensberry has a card. I like Mark Chamberlain. He's headlining the show. He's a lightweight. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? So you guys into that, feel free. We got a Bridgerweight interim title fight. Kevin Loran versus Sanagachi. That's on Saturday, November 25th. I think it's in South Africa. So man, I try and get a link for that for sure. Then we got two big cards. I say big cards. We got Katie Taylor trying to get her title. Well, she's trying to get revenge her defeat versus Chantel Cameron. This fight back at 140. Cameron, she beat Katie Taylor pretty clear in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? She was a bigger, stronger, like more technically sound fighter in the first fight. So let's see, can she repeat? It's back in Ireland. So that's what's up. You got Scott Nicholson on the card. Gary Cully, he trying to get it back. He got knocked out in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Patty Dunn been on the card. So yes, sir. And then to the Showtime pay-per-view. So the whole card is fire from top to bottom. I like it. You got some good young fighters on the off TV. Mouton is on the off TV. You got Eliminator on off TV. I'm gonna be out there in the building, so I'll be giving updates on my social media. Vicente versus Jacobal, that's on there. And you got a couple of undefeated prospects on there I'm gonna touch on. So we're gonna make sure everybody's informed. Then going into the Showtime YouTube, the prelims, they got Sergey Lipinets versus Michelle Rivera. That's a crossroad fight at 140 pounds. First fight, I don't know if it's the first fight for Rivera at 140, but first time campaigning there. Lipinets is a former world champion. He tough, solid. And then you got Vito Melnicki, who was on that prelims card. And then we're gonna go to the pay-per-view. Good pay-per-view. We got two title fights. Garcia versus Lamont Roach. That's a solid fight for the WBA title at 130. A 140 title fight. You got Matisse versus Galashev, the IBF title. Speaking of IBF, y'all might hear some news about Charlo getting stripped today. Y'all stay tuned for that news. Today is the deadline. Charlo might get stripped, and they might order with the Zalia versus Cocaine. Stay tuned for that. And then you got Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez Jr. I don't know what to expect in that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be crazy. And then Benavidez versus Andre. So this will be the last Showtime pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It should be a good one though. Solid. I'm looking forward to it. So that's what it is. So hopefully everybody tap in. He said Andre needs to start fast and get them early rounds in the back. Now, I agree with that. Get those early rounds. At least, I'm saying like 5-1 before, in the first half of the fight. And then, like, because Benavidez coming on. You know it is. People acting like he a bum. I don't know what people. Charlo vacated title. Okay. Yeah, I think that shit was in my what's the name? I talked to Batum Zalia too. I just forgot to put that shit out. But you on that? You on it? IBF, yes sir. Jamel, I don't know about that. Another dope part, yes sir. So yeah, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys tap into my social media, scrolling across the bottom of the website. Appreciate it. That's my time, and I'm out.